Hello, friends. What is the most beautiful building in all of San Francisco? It is the Palace of Fine Arts. Let's go have a look. Yes, today we are on the grounds of the amazing Palace of Fine Arts. The Palace of Fine Arts is a large structure built in 1915 it was built for the Panama-Pacific Exposition. The Panama-Pacific Exposition. And it was just like sort of a large fair or expo. And basically, there were a whole bunch of buildings built for this specific event, but all of them have since been torn down except for the currently remaining Palace of Fine Arts. So let's go have a look. Today it's being used as an event center that you can rent out for conferences or concerts or whatever, or anything that you would like to rent out this magnificent structure for. As you can see, look at the massive pillars here at the entrance. It's built in the Roman style. Almost looks like the Colosseum. You can see how tall these pillars are compared to the gentleman in front of me. And they have a beautifully manicured ground surrounding this building as well, with small like waterfalls and stuff. But look at those amazing pillars, beautifully sculpted. I don't know if you call these Doric columns or some other type of column. It is a huge structure evoking just want to have a quick see what this is actually made of. Yeah, this is real stone. This is real stone. This isn't fake. This is exactly how Rome would have built it. You can see the giant dome at the top. It's almost like an ancient Roman temple, right? Temple of Zeus or something. There's I think 3 or 4 different column styles in ancient Rome, and they all have to do with what's sort of on top of the design that's on top of the column, on top of the pillar. And I'm not sure how it's exactly categorized. I know that one of them's called Doric. I don't remember the names of the others. Massive arches. Beautifully designed arches. Huge urn-shaped sculptures with sort of female personages, sort of maybe minstrels, I guess you might say, or there's also an event center here, but right now there's like a private event going on called InnoFest, so I'm going to avoid going in there. But check out this dome. got live singers here today. Indian music. Look at the statues at the top. Maybe the camera is a little dark to see the details, but oh boy, this is a truly remarkable structure. We've got a woman painting some stuff over here. Looks like maybe they're even making like some sort of music video because they've got a professional photographer right there. Let's check out the grounds a little bit here. Beautiful man-made lake out in front. And as you can see, just the majestic height of these giant columns. Evoking true Roman architecture. Now this was built in 1915, but you could only imagine there were similar buildings built 2,000 years ago in ancient Rome. Imagine how those citizens must have felt when they walked into their giant temples and looked at the same kind of architecture and were like, whoa, how did we build this? We don't even have electricity. So as you can see, that Panama-Pacific Exposition was quite the event. I mean, if they were to build this massive structure, and this is only one of the massive structures, there were a bunch of other massive structures that were torn down over the years. This is the only one remaining from that massive event. They did things big in the Gilded Age. It's my favorite era of American history is the Gilded Age, when the money was flowing like water. So many massive buildings were built and so much construction happened across the United States and the world, really. So we see a little fountain here. And you can see these houses are very nice across the street. Whoever gets to live right across the street from the Palace of Fine Arts is a very lucky person to see this amazing structure every single day. Cool tree. And again, the beautiful dome. Today is a Thursday, September 25th. It's around 11:45 a.m. It's a cool day though. The temperature is only 57 degrees here in the city of San Francisco. See another little courtyard here beside the main event building. Even this main event building has an old school look to it. See, there's a handful of tourists here today checking out this magnificent structure. There's even a tour bus there and another tour bus there. I don't know if they made a stop here to see this. And one more floor up here. And you can see what a magnificent structure this is. I'm not sure who designed this beautiful building, but they did an excellent job. You can see these really nice houses across the street here. Like, look at that mansion. We're at the corner of Bay Street and Lion Street. You see a gorgeous weeping willow right here. And the beautiful Monterey cypresses in the distance on the other side of the property there, which I tend to call California's signature tree, because you really don't see Monterey cypresses anywhere else. See these very nice homes across the street. These are multi-million dollar homes. Lion Street is a very posh street. And in fact, you can find a video coming up on my channel at the Lion Street steps. Look at the detail on those bas reliefs at the top near the dome. Unbelievable. And people are taking a nice group photo here. Great idea to take a group photo here. Very nice homes here. In that San Francisco mansion style. With a little Juliet balcony out front that you wouldn't be able to sit on, but it's still cute to have one. All three of these houses have one. These three houses look like they were built by the exact same developer and probably the same architect designed them. And even the house on the corner too has a little more detail But you can tell by those little Juliet balconies in front of the triple windows that those had the same designer. Look at this house at the corner. This is one fine mansion right here. That is one fine mansion right there. At the corner of Baker and North Point Street. Would you like to live in this house? Especially with the view every day of this magnificent structure. So you live in that beautiful house and you wake up every morning and you get out of your home and you get to see the Palace of Fine Arts and its beautiful grounds in front of you. Very nice, very nice. You can see how nice these front yards are. They're not big, but they did a very nice job with the landscaping here. This is a picturesque street here in the city of San Francisco, next to the Presidio. They're actually pretty much right next to the Presidio, a massive national park which was once a military base for the US, Mexico, and Spain, founded in 1776. Presidio meaning fortress in Spanish. Even this guy has statues out in front. He's like, you know what, if the Palace of Fine Arts has them, I'm gonna have them. Looks like these might have even come from the Palace of Fine Arts. They look so similar to what you see over there. And then a gorgeous tiled fountain here on this guy's house. That's beautiful to have attached to your home, just out in front. These are some very nice homes. Look at that. He's got statues in the window and everything. Who knows who owns that place? Could be maybe someone who has something to do with the... Well, no, this was built in 1915, so I don't know if anyone is still alive from that era, but maybe the guy who designed the Palace of Fine Arts, maybe he owned that house one day. Who knows where he lived? As you can see, it's one of San Francisco. When I said, what is the most beautiful building in San Francisco? I wasn't kidding. I mean, I guess you could argue that City Hall might be more beautiful, but it doesn't have a beautiful man-made lake out in front. And we see another sweet, sweet mansion here. That's a big house right there, with those red tiles, Spanish tiles. It looks so cool as on top of the home. And across the street, another beast of a home. These gotta go for at least 16 million, if not more. And even from here, on a foggy day, I just caught a glimpse of San Francisco's most famous landmark, the Great Golden Gate Bridge. Beautiful. So you can see the bridge perfectly from here at the Palace of Fine Arts. That's awesome. That wouldn't have been designed that way because the Palace of Fine Arts is older than the bridge. So they just kind of got lucky. Very unique and beautiful homes here on Lion Street, or Baker Street, I believe this is. Looks like the tourists are enjoying this. Here's a little information about it. Save the palace. Therefore, let us preserve our Palace of Fine Arts as long as possible. 6 months, 6 years, or any length of time. Maybe someday it can be made permanent. It's hard to read that, I think, here. But basically what it's saying is the site had deteriorated dramatically by the 50s, if you look at it. And it wasn't until until 2003 that they raised $21 million to really renovate this place. And also in the 80s they did too. There were several, it says there were several fundraising efforts to keep this place going, because it was never supposed to be permanent. All those structures from the Panama-Pacific International Exposition of 1915, they all basically, you know, were temporary. They weren't designed to remain here forever. But the Palace of Fine Arts evoked such emotion in the people that they decided, hey, let's keep this forever. As we see some, oh, are those swans? Some beautiful white birds there. Some very pure white birds there. I'm not exactly sure what kind of birds those are, but and so I don't blame the city for keeping this structure up. They could have torn it down because it was only used for that particular event, but somebody said, you know, let's hold on to it. And it probably makes money now because they rent it out to places like that InnoFest that's happening right now. And so I think it was a great decision to keep the Palace of Fine Arts, and I'm sure all of you guys would agree with me. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on this short walk through the magnificent and remarkable Palace of Fine Arts. Please remember to like and subscribe, hit those notifications for when I go live, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.